Dear participants, welcome to the English teaching programs coordinated by Heart for Change and Volunteers Colombia. My name is Francis Lozano. I am one of the recruitment coordinators for Heart for Change and Volunteers Colombia. Today, we will be talking about bank accounts, and I hope this webinar will be very useful for you. Welcome. Bank accounts. The purpose of the bank account is that every participant of the programs has an account where they can receive their monthly stipend. In order to make sure each participant of the English teaching programs receives their monthly stipend, Heart for Change and Volunteers Colombia will make arrangements with Banco de Bogotá, a Colombian bank, to provide a bank account. What type of bank account is this one? The FlexiAhorros bank account is a savings account. Do you have to pay to use your bank account? Yes. A monthly fee is required to have access to your bank account. The amount of this money will be fixed during the entire year. More information about the monthly fee will be provided when you are opening your bank accounts in Colombia. When can you use your bank account? During your orientation in or around Bogota, you will go to the bank to open your account. Once your account is issued, you will receive a debit card. Please remember that you will not be able to access your bank account until notice is given by Heart for Change or Volunteers Colombia. If you access your bank account without this notice given by Heart for Change or Volunteers Colombia, your bank account or your card, your debit card, will be blocked. What happens when you mistype your password or when you try to withdraw money, more money than you have? If you're trying to withdraw more money than the amount you have available, or when you mistype your password, the bank will charge you a fee every time you make one of those mistakes. To avoid these fees, please make sure you remember your password correctly and you remember how much money you have in your bank account. What ATM should you use? Banco de Bogotá belongs to the Grupo Aval business group. This business group uses ATH ATMs. Please make sure you will use ATH ATMs to avoid fees every time you use an ATM. If you use a different ATM, you will have to pay the fee every other ATM charges you. How many transactions can you make monthly? You can make as many transactions as you need per month, but make sure you will use ATH ATMs only. If you use a different ATM, you will have to pay the fee they charge for every transaction. The monthly fee you pay grants you access to make as many transactions as you need to make. How can you use your online bank account? If you want to use your online banking, you can ask Banco de Bogotá to provide you with a second password so that you can have access to your online bank account and make online payments or just check your account. Can you make international transactions? Your bank account does not allow you to transfer money to an international bank account. So if you need to transfer money, you're gonna need to withdraw the money and then take it to a different bank so that you can transfer this money to your bank account. Can you pay? Can you pay with your debit card or withdraw money outside of Colombia? Yes, you can. You are allowed to use your debit card outside of Colombia. However, before you travel, make sure you will contact the bank to ask them to set your debit card to make transactions abroad. If you do not call and ask them to set your debit card, this debit card will not work once you're outside of Colombia. Will you have fees if you withdraw money or pay with your debit card outside Colombia? Every time you use your Colombian debit card abroad, you will pay the fees established in the country you are visiting. Will the bank charge you to replace your debit card? The bank will charge you every time you lose your debit card in order to replace it. Please make sure you will be as careful as possible to avoid these expenses. What should you do when you lose your debit card? If for any reason you lose your debit card, please call the bank as soon as possible and ask them to block your card. The bank's telephone number is plus 57 1 3 8 2 0 0 0 0. Once you have blocked your debit card, visit the closest bank office to ask how to get your new debit card. Will you have to pay taxes from your bank account? In Colombia, there is a tax called 4 por mil, which means that you will pay 4 Colombian pesos per every 1,000 pesos you withdraw. If you only have one bank account in Colombia, the one from Banco de Bogotá, the one we're providing you with, you do not have to pay this tax. In case you have more than one bank account in Colombia, you will pay this tax every time you withdraw money. Will you be charged any fee if you pay with your debit card? All the payments you make with your debit card are free of charge in Colombia. What is the maximum amount of money you can withdraw every day? You can make up to 5 withdrawals of 600,000 pesos every day. Bank account insurance. The bank offers an insurance. You can either take this insurance or reject it. It is voluntary and it costs approximately 12,000 Colombian pesos monthly. More information regarding the coverage of the insurance will be provided during orientation. If you have any questions, please make sure you will contact the Heart for Change and Volunteers Colombia team while orientation, and you can ask them all the questions you have about the bank account. You will also be in contact with people from the bank directly so that you can ask them all the questions you have. I hope this webinar has been useful, and I hope we have covered some of the questions that you may have. Thank you very much for attending, and I wish you all a great trip to Colombia and an amazing experience here. See you soon.